I'm 44, and for the past 4 years, I've been an ALS caregiver. During those 4 years, I've attempted to vlog about 3 times. About my life, about our life together, about a trip we once took. This is my 4th time. I've come to the recent realization that an expertise in marketing has hijacked my creativity. My life is super mundane, and it's also incredibly magical. It's filled with laundry, mothering, ALS caregiving tasks, creating memories together, and also new moon ceremonies, poetry, flowers, and spells. It has become magical because I have chosen to make it so, time and time again, even when I feel completely squeezed and squashed by the realities of the intense experience we're navigating. ALS is a beast. A doctor once told me, this is the disease of all diseases. And yes, I agree. So when you're living a mundane, magical, and very intense life, filled with more highs and lows than you can count, what is the hook? In marketing speak, the hook is that thing that makes people pause the relentless scroll and actually want to spend some time with you, to listen, to pay attention. The art of finding the hook has cut off the true nature and energy of what it means to be creative, to bring forth something from nothing, just because. Creativity with the twist of people will like this has felt elusive. The balance between what I want to share and what people might want to watch and find interesting seems like a mirage in the desert. Sometimes I catch a glimpse at a distance and then poof, it vanishes. Often a product of my own inability to continue on with a given project after I've started and it didn't seem to take off. Now, it doesn't mean I haven't created things. I've actually created many things that I'm very proud of. But videos, somewhat successful ones at least, have felt like a land that I haven't quite gotten the keys to. Like I haven't been invited to a party that others seem to understand well. Like I'm forever on the sidelines, just waiting for the moment when it's my turn to get on the dance floor.
While the coffee brews, let's talk about storytelling and why we feel compelled to tell our stories, some of us at least, and why this idea of somehow capturing fragments of your life feels important somehow. It's a question I ask myself often because I'm really drawn to telling stories and weaving in stories of my life, but I'm often caught in between why does it really matter, and also honoring the fact that it's somehow true. I'm always caught in between, how could I possibly share all of my life in a vlog? Like, there's no way. There's too many dimensions. And in the same breath, I'm like, my life is not that interesting. There's not that much going on. And it always feels like if you're going to go on this quest of capturing your life in a vlog, in a video, whatever, story of some sort, like you have to add more things to it to make it interesting. And can I do that without making things more? Can I add things? Can I not add things? Clearly the coffee has not kicked in because it's still over there.
Creativity and self-expression feel like necessary fuel for my life, particularly the kind of self-expression that comes from spirit. Creations that emerge from an intuitive space, from a magical land beyond the mundane reality that we live in. These thrill me to no end. The creative pursuit of documenting my life in a way that is real and also magical keeps tugging at my soul. I often ask myself, okay, so why do I even want to do this? What's the point? I'll let it go for a while, and then it returns. It peeks through the windows of my consciousness as if to ask, are you ready now? Can we do this? The past 4 years have shaped and reshaped me dramatically. I've shed many layers and developed a new degree of fearless living that emboldens me and clarifies each step that I take. Now more than ever, I understand the tender balance of the human experience. Grief and joy intermingled, dancing with each other, optimism and defeat, holding hands, and showing us what it means to hold space for the full spectrum of living. Hope and acceptance of what is, of what you cannot change, no matter how much you would want to, all colliding with one another, creating a whole new way of relating with the world around me. The truth is, I don't know how much longer I have with my husband by my side. and this is a reality that has altered every fiber of my being. This is an oversimplification of a very complex experience, but for the past 4 years, I feel like I was suddenly dropped via helicopter in a mysterious land called grief, and I've been exploring it ever since. Nothing will bring you face to face with life like the anticipation of death. And not just our corporeal death, but the death of so many little things that you once held dear. The constant transformation of circumstances, of plans, of dreams and ideas of what once was. Such dramatic and constant change requires a level of flexibility and adaptability that is impossible to describe in words. And through it all, there's one thing I have not lost sight of: hope. The kind of hope that holds your hand in the darkest moments, the kind of hope that gets you up in the morning ready to make this day, this moment, wonderful and filled with light despite the pain. The kind of hope that keeps you laughing, loving, and showing up. The kind of hope that feels like a soft breeze caressing your soul precisely when you thought you couldn't go on any longer. It occurred to me that hope and creativity are inherently linked, like wings on the same Pegasus, because creativity is hope in action, the belief that something can be created from nothing, a movement towards evolution and a new understanding of ourselves and humanity through the lens of self-expression. Hope and creativity both require trust, belief, a free-fall sort of momentum, and engagement with life. They're both connected by the thread of, what if? They help us approach our lives in a way that has us leaning forward and onward, with our hearts open and arms outstretched. As if to say, I am here, life. Let's dance this dance and see what happens. So, let's see what happens, shall we? And perhaps, just perhaps, the hook is hope.